So I'm curious why it was important for you to add your name to the efforts, and how is your business connected to gun violence given what you do?
Absolutely. There's two main reasons that I felt it was important to sign this letter. The first one is common sense. 22% of guns that are acquired last year were acquired with no background check at all. And I think that's absolutely ridiculous. This is not a left or right issue. This is a life or death issue. And the second reason is actually a lot more personal, as you mentioned about my company. So at Way Up, we help millions of college students and recent graduates get hired, connect with great employers. And when I think about the millions of college students out there in the US, 61% of them right now say that they are worried about being shot in their classroom or library, just like what happened in April at UNC. And college students have enough things to worry about, with tens of thousands of dollars of student debt, or with what are they going to do with their lives. And I just don't think that we need to have them also be worried about being shot down on their campus. I will mention that after the letter was published in the New York Times, I got emails from some of our users, students throughout the country. Tabrez Ahmed, a student at the University of Maryland, wrote to me saying that he was scared that someone who was mentally unstable would just go to a pawn shop, buy a gun, come into his classroom, and murder people, just like they've seen is happening at other campuses. And it's ridiculous. I think we needed to speak up and say something.
Yeah. Remarkable that you did. Excellent that you did. It's very sobering, in fact, the scenario that you paint there. What about the Republicans, some of whom are pushing back? They're accusing CEOs of meddling. You've got Senator Ted Cruz saying CEOs are trying to become political players on divisive social issues. How about you? Is that your goal here? And what's the calculation you think among CEOs about this?
Yeah, of course, that's not my goal. I will say that, I was reading what is the NRA saying, what is Mitch McConnell saying, what are different folks saying, and I think ultimately they keep pointing to, well, we shouldn't be focused on universal background checks, we should be focused on this other thing that will make an even bigger impact. What I don't understand is, why are we not taking every step we can to make an impact? This will not save, universal background checks, the red flag laws will not save everyone from senseless shootings, but it will make a very big impact, and it's just one step forward. The House has already passed it. As I'm sure you're aware, it was legislation that was supported and led by both Republicans and Democrats, Mike Thompson and Pete King. This is just one step forward, and if I can speak out on behalf of our students and users and millions of students throughout the country, I think it's something like 93% of college students are in favor of universal background checks. Why wouldn't I use my voice to do that?
Liz Wessel, I'm applauding you for a number of things, but I want to thank you very much as well for joining me on the show. Appreciate it.
Thank you.